impressive.
And talk to me for a moment about what you're going to do with your level 4 level up. Yes, that's right. Level 4 is a massive thing for folks who don't multi-class. It is the first ability score increase / feat. What are you up for, my friends?
I
told you to expect this.
You did.
Sure.
Right away.
It's not right away. We're almost at the halfway point. It's 7:20 p.m.
God.
Pacific.
Well, I know what spells I'm taking.
Talk to me.
Let me pull up my document.
How the heck do I level 4 level
It's still a drag and drop thing. So take the class that you are leveling up in and just drag it over your current class, and it will automatically add the average HP for you. So you don't have to worry about rolling HP unless you really want to take the risk. If you really want to risk it on camera, I'm happy to let you do so. But mathematically, it's better to take the average because the average rounds up.
Okay, so level up. Oh, God, hey. Okay, increase level to 4. There we go.
So at level 4, each of you, unless is anybody multi-classing at this time?
Yeah.
Not at this time.
So we're still at sorcerer, wizard, warlock, bard. Oops, all arcane. So M, I think you mentioned at level 4 you were taking what?
I'm taking Great Weapon Master.
Great Weapon Master, which I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the table really fast, and we're just gonna show what Great Weapon Master does because it's a pretty big deal. All right, Great Weapon Master says you've learned to put the weight of a weapon to your advantage, letting its momentum empower your strikes. You gain the following benefits. On your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon, or if you reduce a creature to 0 HP with one, you can make one melee weapon attack as a bonus action. So you can use your bonus action to essentially cleave.
Yes.
Before you make a melee attack with a heavy weapon that you are proficient with, including your shard blade, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. If it hits, you deal +10 damage on the attack.
I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing feat, and I think you're going to succeed very well in it.
Yes.
Jeff, what's Calder up to at level 4?
At level 4, I know I'm taking the metamagic feat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the sorcerer initiate, I think it's called.
Yeah, something like that. Sorcerer initiate.
I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on that too.
But it's not on my list of acceptable feats.
Oh, that's because I don't have Tasha's downloaded just yet. Yeah, that's on me. So I'll get that, but before the next thing, I'll have the actual canonical thing. But for now, it means that you have +2 sorcery points, and this is ridiculous, you get 2 more metamagic feats,
yes,
not feats, but metamagic techniques. Yeah.
And I will be taking transmute spell and quicken spell.
Transmute spell's the one that takes fireball and turns it into acid ball. Yeah.
Transmute is you spend a sorcery point and you add for any spell that has an elemental type of damage, and you can change it to another element.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So that's phenomenal. You're gonna get. I mean, it's really anyone who plays a sorcerer all the way up should really take Sorcerer's Initiate at some point. It's just absolutely fantastic. The extra sorcery points are gonna be great for you. Yeah.
In addition to that, for my the other big advantages, I get my 5th cantrip at last.
Nice.
And that's where it sits until like I get 5 cantrips until I hit level 13. This is like, yay, a cantrip. That, and then I also get another spell. I get to know my 5th spell.
Whenever I play a sorcerer, I'm always worried about which cantrip I want to pick. So having an extra one is going to be hopefully fairly useful for you.
So since I can't cast level 3 spells yet, I'm going to be grabbing Misty Step.
Nice. Misty Step is phenomenal. You're all going to be teleporting all over the battlefield. Clarion, What?
Karen is still trying to figure out.
That's fair.
I keep
That's
getting
fair.
John.
I will
Play with it.
say I wanted to ask because it's not coming up when I look up in the library. What's second chance
Let me take a look.
as a feat? Because I have quite a large list of feats that I could choose, but
That's always true.
it's like huge.
Let me see.
Also, the linguist needs to be called the cunning linguist. Just for Clarion.
Second chance. Fortune favors you when someone tries to strike you. You gain the following benefits. Increase your dex, con, or charisma score by 1 to a maximum of 20. So that's nice. You get your extra bonus thing there. When a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to force it to re-roll. Once you use this ability, you can't use it again until you roll the initiative at the start of a combat or until you finish a long or short rest. So once per combat, you get to force someone else to say, "Nuh-uh, I didn't actually," or "You didn't actually hit me." That's what second chance is. And it gives you a +1 to con, dex, or charisma.
That's really not bad for this character.
I agree entirely.
To be honest. So I might do that. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do dex or charisma because my charisma is 18. I could yank that up even higher.
That's true, and so that's the one thing. The other option that you have, Clarion, and this is important to mention because it is a mechanically viable option, is to just dump the 2 points into charisma, get yourself to 20, and now you are maxed out on your spell save DC unless you get a magic item that pushes you up past 20. That maxes out your thing. So that's like there is no shame in just taking the abilities instead of the feat. They are absolutely worthwhile. I'm going to go ahead and switch back over into in-game so that folks can at least kind of see the sheets we're talking about.
Yeah. So.
Who haven't I talked to yet? Gail, what are you up to at level 4? I cannot hear you at the moment, although I do see that you're transmitting.
Okay.
There we go.
Hi. All right, so I'm definitely taking Absorb Elements, which is a great abjuration spell. I'm taking the Mending cantrip, just in case we find any cool lost things that need to be mended before we can tell what they are. You know, we're heading into a ruin. And I'm trying to decide between taking Spider Climb or Comprehend Languages, because I feel like Comprehend Languages might come in more handy, but Spider Climb is so cool.
What does the rest of the party think? Spider Climb versus Comprehend Languages.
I mean, they're both cool, I'll be honest.
What does chat think? I'm going to jump over into out of character real quick. What does chat think on Comprehend Languages versus Spider Climb? They are both great. They are both very useful in different situations. You don't have a Tabaxi, so you don't have someone with a climb speed currently.
I think for my cantrip, I'm going to end up taking Create Bonfire because it makes sense to me that someone of the nobles would realize that, you know what, I'm tired of using flint and steel.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to... Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I'm going to take Spider Climb, and then I'm going to take the Linguist feat.
And what might I ask... If I was to just to be absolutely clear, because you never know, what language, pray tell, are you planning on learning with the Linguist feat?
I get 3 of them.
You get 3 of them, Jesus. And we have like, does it distinguish between exotic languages and everyday languages?
It just says you learn 3 languages of your choice.
Fantastic. What languages do you learn?
Well, the first one is going to be Orc.
Surprising absolutely 0 human beings. I love how, like, suddenly you have this rush of divine understanding as this light washes over you. and like suddenly these are languages you've been studying, right? It's not like this is brand new information, but you've been studying it, and all of a sudden, as this divine light washes over you, suddenly these languages make sense in your brain. And you find yourself being able to think in these languages, whereas before you could only translate into one of the languages you knew and kind of move forward from there. Yeah, I think that's a great little bit of our story.
I am also appreciating Clarion, Lauren, Calder all kind of lean in on the "I will become stronger and what it is that I do as a sorcerer." And Charlotte goes, "I am a nerd."
Yeah.
I love her.
Amazing. And you took Spider Climb, which means
And I took Spider Climb.
Em, what's up?
Yes.
The spells that I took, because I did get additional spells, I grabbed Shocking Grasp as my cantrip
Always
and
fun.
Sinolock Snowball Swarm as my spell.
Wait, where is that from?
That is from...
Xanathars, I want to say?
I do not know, but it is also on the sorcerer's list. I think I grabbed it out of the...
Can you link it in chat really quick? Grab the little square and just drop it in chat. I'm really interested. This sounds fascinating.
Maybe. I think it's in the SRD data under... Oh, I might have grabbed wizard spells instead of warlock. That's my bad. I'm just saying you should take it.
Snillix
Now I'm thinking I might have
Snowball
clicked the wrong
Swarm.
button.
It is a
Yeah, I
level
think it
2
might be-
evocation.
It is a wizard spell. I will not take that.
It is indeed a sorcerer wizard. Sad face. A flurry of
Dang.
magic snowballs erupts from a point. I love it though. It's like Calder
So
at some
good.
point should maybe consider this one because it's really
It is on the sorcerer's list as well.
Takes 3d6 cold damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just you choose a 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point, and everything makes a dex save, and then it's 3d6 cold damage, half as much on successful, and it gets 1d6 for each spell slot above second.
Not bad.
In that
Scales
case,
nicely.
I will be taking Shatter instead.
Shatter instead. All good. How many times must I cast till I shatter? Anyway,
I'm gonna find a rock while we're chilling here.
and you're gonna just blow up the rock.
No, it's because
Okay.
it has a material component.
Oh,
so I'm
okay,
gonna go
got
find
it.
a rock.
I was like, are you gonna go Sonosuke on it? Is that a thing? You're gonna hit it twice really fast?
Super hard. It'll be great.
Okay. So you find yourselves now after a moment that feels like an eternity, the light fades and the obelisks are gone, but the clearing still exists. But the stone in the center also gone. It feels like you just woke up from the best sleep of your life.
My partner isn't here though. So
Second best.
Second best sleep of your life.
second best.
Ooh, added my spells.
I like to think that somewhere out there Hyacinth is also, for some reason, feeling as though they had just had a really good night's rest. Like just inexplicably, like caring for a child, sleepless, trying to be a good parent. Suddenly, second wind out of nowhere. Where'd that come
I
from?
feel really charismatic.
Why am I level 4 all of a sudden?
Barnabas also is like, hey, all of a sudden I have new abilities that I didn't have before. Awesome.
Being a king rocks.
I like to imagine that the NPCs that are linked to you get that World of Warcraft like ding when
Crash.
you level up. And they're like, yes,
Level
good
3?
job, player characters.
Does this mean Meepo is level 3?
I don't know. I had Meepo set at half your level, but maybe I could be convinced at some point. Maybe we'll see. For now, he's going to stay.
Meepo was in
He's going to
the
stay at level
clearing.
2. He's going to stay at level 2 for the time
But he
being.
was in the clearing.
I know.
He
I know.
was part of this. Why would he give
He is a
Crowd
kobold
benefit?
with an aversion to light.
Yeah, it was very bright.
It is very, for you it was pleasantly bright. For him it's like, oh god, he probably fled the clearing as the light began to shine. That's actually a really good way of putting it. I'm not ready to give you a level 3 minion just yet, so that's the out of character reason, but I like the in character reason of it started to get bright, so Meepo hid behind a tree or in a bush or something. Like too much brightness makes perfect sense for a kobold.
Yeah.
So,
just to confirm the ones I took, Orcish, Draconic, Primordial.
Orcish, Draconic, Primordial. With that in mind, you make your way to a spot sort of high on a hill where you can begin to smell the smoke.